All right, YouTube, guess what time it is? Something just got updated. Everyone's favorite codependency sibling simulator. And it's an emergency video. It's 1 a.m. right now. It was not a wash day yesterday, so be respectful and please avert your eyes from my hair. Don't look at it. I had to make this video because guess what? We can right the wrongs. We can right the wrongs that you did. Let's look. Okay, Coffin and Leyley, recent events and announcement, second chances. You know what that means, YouTube. You know what that means. You chuckle f***s. You voted not to have it come out. Episode 3, it's done. It's done right now. Okay, let's read this though. Other comments. By the way, she's not calling herself Nemla anymore, so it's the author. There was significant interest in revoting for releasing episode 3, Decay, part 1 out of 2 alone. Okay, so for you guys out of the loop, episode 3, it got so long that the author decided to chop it into 2 parts. And here's the situation. The first part is a cliffhanger. I think she's gonna explain it. Let's read. It seems like many are asking for a revote. Yours truly. They didn't have enough information previously. This time I've done my best to really hammer home everything relevant. Okay, straight from the author. Let's read it. Episode 3, Decay, part 1 out of 2 is complete. It ends on a cliffhanger for episode 4, Decay, part 2 out of 2, which is not complete. That's what the author's working on right now. Episode 3, Decay, part 1 out of 2, quality will neither improve nor decrease regardless of it being released alone or with episode 4, Decay, part 2 out of 2. It cannot be rushed as it is already complete. It won't become better as it is already complete. Episode 3, Decay, part 1 out of 2 is complete, is roughly 6 hours long. Do you know how many streams I can juice out of that? That's probably 3 streams. That's probably 3 streams, YouTube. Has 1 ending, okay, has 1 cliffhanger, that makes sense from what we know, before episode 4, and has 4 dead ends / fail states. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Episode 4, Decay, part 2 out of 2 is fully written, is in development, will be in development for a very long time. Do you see that? Do you see that, YouTube? Very long time. I'm going to zoom the screen in because I feel like you don't get it. If you don't vote for this now, I will not be streaming this. No one will be streaming this. No one will be playing this. It's done. It's just sitting around waiting to be played. We won't play it for a very long time. Well, this part, yeah, but you get what I'm saying. Okay, episode 3, Burial, is fully written. This is the other ending, the one that people actually care about because, spoilers, we're working on the route that probably people care about less first to keep the tension high, okay? It's fully written, development has not started. It does not connect to or share any content with Decay. That's something we learned previously, so that's kind of cool. Here's an image of what the Decay branch looks like as of right now. Let's take a look at it. Juicy. Okay, episode 3, Decay, part 1 out of 2. This is what you're voting on releasing right now, okay? Development is finished. So we got... Okay, is it too late? Am I high? This graph, I can't read this graph. Hold on. Okay, no. Okay, no, I get it. So she said there was 4 fail states. So that's 1, which is just like an X, and then 3 skulls. Ooh, who's dying? Let's get a poly market bet going. I think I know. I'm not going to say though, so I can pretend that was right, even if I was wrong. And then we got an ending. So this is going to be probably the worst ending you can get is right here. And all these other ones are fail states. Then the cliffhanger is right here, I guess. Episode 4, Decay, part 2 out of 2 in development. It's interesting that the author has chosen to put a heart here. So the broken heart symbol goes to this. The heart symbol can actually lead to this ending, which is interesting. So there is one ending that presumably is coming from this route. This one can be achieved from both of these. Okay. I take it back. I don't know what's going on with this graph. Let's keep reading. The cliffhanger. Neither episode 1 nor 2 ended on a cliffhanger. While the overarching narrative remains unfinished, both episodes successfully concluded the part of the story they set out to tell. This is not the case with episode 3, Decay, part 1 out of 2, which cuts off abruptly. Okay, so she's warning us explicitly. It is a cliffhanger. At the end, you're going to be like, where's the next part? It is possible to play the game start to finish, you go for a specific ending. Otherwise, the story builds up and cuts off without a satisfying conclusion. All the payoffs in episode 4, which is still in development. Okay, so that makes sense. So if we go for this ending specifically, we'll be happy. It's only if you go for this that it's a cliffhanger. I mean, obviously we should vote to release it now. Okay. Development time. I can't give an accurate estimate for how long episode 40K part 2 out of 2 is going to take. Adapting the story to game form isn't easily measured. I'd rather not set myself up to fail by randomly guessing at it. Information that takes a couple lines of exposition to convey in writing might take 2 minutes in game, or it might take 20 minutes. This depends entirely on whether the game info dumps you or lets you roam around experiencing things for yourself. Latter means more gameplay, background, CGs, item events, available actions, etc., etc. This is the kind of stuff I enjoy in the game that gives it like a lot of personality. When you're like wandering around, it becomes more than just a visual novel because you can interact with stuff and get like insight on how the characters think about things or how they react to stuff in the environment. So I am all for taking longer for that good stuff. But let's read on. Author's wishes and addressing common concerns. It has come to light that some players had voted based on what they mistakenly believed I wanted. You got a lot of empathetic players of this game, apparently. I don't give... Okay, no. It's true. I don't give a shit what the author wants. The only thing I wanted to know was if people would take an issue with cliffhanger. I had some hesitation about releasing the episode knowing how much people hate cliffhangers. Other than that, I do not have any strong feelings about it one way or the other, as it doesn't affect me. I'm not the one playing it. You are. Thank you. Thank you. The vote was, and still is, only about whether you can handle what might likely be an unsatisfying cliffhanger until episode 4 releases and finishes the story. I've made it a point to be less hyperbolic this time around, as it seems to confuse rather than amuse. Voting. All right. Do you want episode 3, the episode that is already done? It will not be changed. Nothing's going to change about it. It's just going to sit there unreleased until episode 4 part 2 out of 2 is finished, unless we change the vote. So to vote, we click on this. You guys see this? You click on this. Okay. Then let me zoom in. You click on this symbol. Gotta have it. That means we want episode to be released. Ignore this symbol. Okay. That's bad. You click on this with your Steam account logged in. Please undo the wrong you've done. Speak now, forever hold your peace. You have 1 month. Okay. 1 month to vote. Don't mess this up. A month is a long time. Let's look at the one screenshot that was included in here. Cool. I don't have any comment on this. All right, YouTube, you know what must be done. You have to right the wrong. All right, so unequivocally, I think that the best option for this game is to release this episode immediately. I think a cliffhanger actually would be good for the game. I think it's going to generate hype because honestly, I think when it comes to games, it's out of sight, out of mind. And I think I may have a better pulse on the popularity of this game than most people because I have a lot of videos that involve the Coffin of Manny and Leyley. And if they suddenly stop getting views, I know that the interest is lowering. And I think that if suddenly episode 3 gets released, interest is going to skyrocket and we're going to reach fever pitch for the next episodes. I really do think this. So please vote now. Please. I'm going to make myself big. Go vote immediately. Vote like your lives depend on it. Okay. Now, for a little bit of extra fun, I received a comment recently. I think it's the most accurate comment I've ever seen pertaining to TCOAAL. Let's read it. Let's read this very prescient comment from 2Cat Spam. Half of Coffin's community is down bad. The other half is pretending to not be down bad, but in reality is even than in the first half. Some of you just got called out. Let's stop pretending. I know. I can see into your heart. Did you know I have that power? I can do that. In addition to that, if you do not vote to release this, I will haunt your dreams. Another power. And believe me, if you think I look scary now, you do not want to see me in your dreams. All right, YouTube, that's really all we had to say for today. Emergency video over. Please go vote. Don't mess this up, YouTube. Do profit out. Also, click on this video because I worked really hard on it and it's about a really cool game.